So on this channel, we talk a lot about composite, but there are other solutions we provide and still achieve the same result. One of those other alternatives is Cedar deck. In this video, we're going to go over cost, look, and functionality. Here is why Cedar deck makes sense. Cedar is a good entryway into a deck if you are willing to take care of it. This makes sense for homeowners who love to DIY, stain, and power wash their deck on themselves. The initial cost is a little lower, but you gotta understand the ownership cost that come with. Cedar deck on the low end can cost 70 cents on the dollar compared to a composite deck. If you have some add-on, maybe 75 cents on the dollar. We have installed big, beautiful cedar deck that over 1,000 square feet for about 60, 70,000. And we have installed small cedar deck where it's only about 11,000. I've talked to homeowners where they can well afford a composite deck, but they still choose cedar. They still choose the natural wood look. Sometimes even the most realistic composite can't replicate the wood grain that you see on the cedar. One of the things that's not talked about enough is you can change the color of the deck. They make stain with multiple colors. If you don't like the cedar look anymore, you can maybe try a walnut stain. If you want to go a little lighter, you can go maybe a chestnut. Now remember, before you stain it, you want to wait a year for the wood or the moisture to completely dry out. Give it a good power wash and then apply an oil stain. If you have considered cedar, you're probably this type of person. You probably have a lot of coverage that you need to replace. And you probably keep a really good care of your last cedar deck over the period of 15 to 25 years. And now it's coming to the end of that. And you want that same look again. You want it to refresh it. One of my favorite things about the current deck build that we are on is just how massive it is. It's required 2 rows of footings. He also wants a deck that can complement some of his cedar detail. And because of how massive it is, we can have 1, 2, 3, 4 entertaining zones that can host a lot of people. If you're a person that does not like to do maintenance, does not like to apply your own stain or hire somebody to do it, I would not recommend cedar. Because getting a cedar deck, why at first it's beautiful, it's a commitment to get that deck clear and stained every other year. It happened to where a homeowner forget about it for 5 years, come back, clean it, and some part of it might have been already starting to rot. So be very mindful about the scheduling of maintenance. So when you go with stain, I don't like to do it too often. I go with Sherwin-Williams. It's a little bit more expensive, get 3 years. The best of both worlds is when you go with a semi-transparent. That means you show a little bit of the grain of the wood, but you cover some of it. There are pigment in that stain that's gonna help you fight the UV ray, and it's gonna bounce that off and protect the deck even more. Now, if you go with a transparent stain every other year, but the heavier you go, the longer you can keep that stain. If you are getting a cedar deck or thinking about getting a cedar deck, drop a comment below. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. We are dropping new video every week to pull back the curtain, show the real process, real price, and to help you make a decision on your next project. I'm Lon the Don. See you next week.